Hi. The person you are seeing on your screen is me. It was the 11th of March 2020. At the time, it seemed like a usual Wednesday. I have just come from school, nothing really interesting happened. I was having these thoughts, and I don't think I was the only one. That this year really felt like someone started playing Jumanji at the beginning of it. Really, so far, every month had this significance to it that something disastrous just had to happen. Well, little did I know that what they were planning on announcing that day would change all of our lives for quite some time.
Tonight, I want to speak with you about our nation's unprecedented response to the coronavirus outbreak.
Grocery stores scrambling to keep up with demand as panic buying empties many shelves.
An enhanced community quarantine. Hospitals around the country work around the clock to treat COVID-19.
Across the country, you've probably seen it yourself as you were shopping over the weekend. Long lines out the door as well as store shelves basically emptied out as people try to stock up.
For yourself and your family to be prepared for the worst. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
Okay, so I'm going to stop myself right here. I was definitely exaggerating. Not that the purge happened, but if you really are seeking valid, up-to-date information about the current situation, go to the official sources. And please, to some of you, just don't take this very seriously. Thanks. So yeah, that is what happened. No, dáš mi teraz chvíľku niečo robím. Ďakujem. It's been, I suppose, nearly 7 weeks since the quarantine started. It is pretty safe to say that at the beginning it was really hard to get used to, but as the time started passing and we had to get used to our new schedules, environments, ways of living, we all learned something in the process. I mean, not necessarily deep stuff, but sometimes even small, insignificant dumb things. So I figured, if I may, I want to share with you some of the realizations I've had so far. Well, I mean, the less depressing ones. I want to start with something that really struck to me the most, and it is that I always consider myself an extrovert, meaning that the social interaction was something I thought I needed to survive. The isolation made me realize I'm actually an antisocial fuck. What basically ended up happening was that Discord became the #1 way of me communicating with my friends. So I started spending more time behind my PC that I would actually want to confess to, and I think that majority of you watching can relate to this pretty deeply. And what else added to my computer addiction was that it was something introduced as distance learning. So to any of you students out there, you know that it basically meant that the school renamed itself to Zoom, and I'm honestly really surprised that their servers didn't crash. So we can conclude that the quarantine turned us into species living in symbiosis with the freaking technology around us. So the next thing is something which I would never thought before 2020. And what I realized is that if you find something that you're actually interested in, reading doesn't have to be shit after all. But like, for real. When I was younger, I thought of myself as a non-reader. And what I've learned now is that I was just trying to read things I didn't necessarily enjoy. So it might be really sad to say, but I think that by the end of the year, I will have read more books than in all of my life together. Well, I mean, considering the end of the world doesn't happen before, with its current pace going to shit. But also, bonus little thing, new books smell really nice. So the next thing that made me question my existence was that Netflix is in this very interesting equation with time. And what that means is the more free time I have to watch it, the less I want to. Like, I don't know why, but it's just how it is. So I was thinking I would give another thing a try. And okay, just hear me out first. I was really skeptical about watching anime, as I knew it was more likely to be dedicated to a younger audience, and starting for the first time when I'm 19 seemed like a bad idea. And also for the record, I'm showing you the first episode of My Hero Academia, so I'm sparing you from any possible spoilers. I mean, not as big. So of what I've learned, and it might be kind of weird, is that if you really watch and listen closely, the creators sometimes make such great points. Like, actually, you could make motivational quotes out of some of them. And I know that's stupid, but I have to confess that I actually kind of fell in love with anime. So yeah, fifth thing is that anime is actually not shit too. I will really regret if I didn't share with you my favorites so far. So if you are ever deciding what anime to watch, I would definitely recommend My Hero Academia, as I showed you. Assassination Classroom, also Demon Slayer is really good. Haikyuu. I know it's an anime about volleyball, but trust me, it's worth your time. And if you don't really want to watch a whole anime, movies like Spirited Away and Akira are awesome too. Please forgive me for the quality of the video. I recorded it on my phone, so I tried my best. And yeah, so these have been the things that I've learned so far. And last but definitely not least, I want to say that most of us have been given so much free time. Like, really think about how you spend it. If you have the opportunity to spend more time with your close ones, definitely do that. And I really hope that we can come out of this isolation together as, I suppose, more educated and better human beings. And okay, as you have seen, not everything is necessarily productive, but also doing the things that put our minds at ease can be considered a good time spent. So stay safe, guys. We'll get through this. Wish you all the best.